A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. Welcome to my channel, The Twin Flame Union. And in this channeling session, the divine masculine energy and the divine feminine energy, they are experiencing some kind of a deep love for each other after going through a lot, after being separate for a long time, after not being talking to each other for a long time. And even the divine feminine, she has moved on. She's moved on, literally moved on. But the divine masculine has come back to her yet again after a lot of running and chasing and after a lot of, problems they faced. And then at one time he decided that he's never going to see her face and it's over for him. And then there was a long separation where there was no contact or communication. And it is during that time when he actually started learning his lessons. Because before that, she was right there in the face and he was constantly blaming her and things like that. Now he's very happy about her actually. Strangely, he is feeling miserable, but he's very happy that he's met her. He's very happy that she is a part of his life and his thoughts and his imagination, his world. And he cannot even share this with anyone else because a normal person would think he's crazy, or a regular person would simply tell him that, hey, that girl, come on, that was long time back. I'm sure she doesn't even remember you. And he goes like, of course, she won't remember me, but I definitely remember her. And right now he's not feeling negative. Right now he's not feeling the burden of his actions, or neither is he thinking that she's wrong or whatever. He is saying that I'm never going to lie to her anymore. As in, he is imagining that she is there with him. And, it's like she is there with him and he's talking about her. So he's saying that, eventually it's just going to be me and her. Eventually it will all work out. Eventually we will be together. Eventually she's going to come back to me. Eventually I'm going to be with him because we are made for each other. And everything that he's gone through in life, his whole life he's thinking now, it all happened because of her. Not like because of her, but because she was the theme. Because she is the face of love for him. She is the face of true love for him. Nobody else is and nobody else can be, he's thinking. And he's also thinking that maybe she thinks that I'm a crazy person. She thinks that I'm a weirdo now. I mean, there was a time when he used to think she's a weirdo, but clearly he's now thinking that he is the weirdo in her eyes. But she must also be thinking that, I'm some kind of a crazy lunatic guy who she met in her life for some amount of time. They had this strange dance with each other, coming and going. It was maddening for him at that time. But now that he's more settled and she's not spoken to him for such a long time, he always expected actually that she's gonna call him. Always expected that. That she will contact him, she will call him, she'll be the one doing everything. And as long as she does that, as long as I've told this to some of the divine feminines who have taken a personal session from me, a direct session from me, one-on-one session from me, I told them, and they told me that, yeah, I contacted him, I just could not help it, it was his birthday, or just felt like messaging him. I said, and then what happened? He ran away again? That's why you're coming to me now? So stop doing that. Thankfully, these feminines are now in a much better place, and it's the masculine who wants to contact them now because of all the work we did for about not just a week or two, for over 6 weeks, 6 months. 6 months, 3 months. All my sessions, all my courses are designed in such a way that I spend a good amount of time with them, understanding what is it that makes them go back to them and call them or contact them? Like, why do they do it? Why do they have this deep urge of doing it? Anyway, I'm not going to talk about that here because that's not the feminine energy we have over here. Here, the energy is of a feminine who did not contact him at all. Once he said, I don't want to do anything with you, or once he was completely ignoring her, not being nice to her, probably blocked her or whatever, she never went back to him. Like, not energetically, because energetically, obviously, she had to do a lot of inner work, but technically, in a materialistic way, in the three-dimensional way, she did not pick up the phone and call him up. She did not write a message to him that, hey, how are you? It's been a long time. Or something funny she sent him, or just a random conversation. Rome was not built in a day, my friends, and that's what I tell to my dear, loving, lovely divine feminines who are in deep, dark chaser energies where they have no sense of their own selves. I've been training them, or I teach them the same thing, that Rome was not built in a day. You gotta learn patience, and you gotta come back in your own energies. You gotta love yourself for who you are, because you are the only person you're gonna live with for the entire life. And the reason why, I talk about training your mind, I talk about all these techniques, or I work with people, there's a simple reason, because your journey has a lot to do with his journey. But when I get students, or I get people who tell me that, can you please heal him and not heal me instead, I've always refused. I said no, because it's very difficult for them or such people to understand that though your healing will heal them for sure, because they are in opposite polarity energies, and when you come into balance, they will definitely come to balance. But then it takes time, it takes work, it takes effort, it takes that inner urge to change your life, to be who you are, to love yourself, to own yourself. After all of these cycles that he has felt with her, after all of this running away, after all of this, emotion that he always thinks about her, she is the go-to person for him, even when he is not with her, because we need to understand that we live in a very different world now. Previously, when people used to fall in love, they used to meet somewhere, they could only write letters to one another. They could not see one another. They could not, find out how people are doing. And I'm not talking about stalking, guys, from the divine feminine side, because the feminine energy, as I always say this, and I have repeated it, and I think I will keep saying it till I feel it's, needed, or I feel it's, the message is, this is the most important message for the divine feminine, that the feminine energy does not chase the masculine. It is the masculine who has to chase the energy, and there's nothing wrong when the masculine chases. When you chase and when he runs, then it is an opposite wrong energy that is being shown. Even this running, chasing is not an ideal thing, but he is the one who has to prove his worth to her. That is a law of nature. Even penguins understand that, I'm sure you all know how penguins propose to each other. It is the male penguin who looks for a beautiful stone, or a stone that would please her, and he looks for the perfect stone for her. And finally he goes and gives it to her, and they are always together. They are very heterosexual, and in the penguins we have seen that they are committed to only one partner. So different animals also teach us about love, and there are many human beings who are probably not even fully in the human role. That's why I think that most of us should first focus on becoming humans. First we become humans, and then we can do anything else except that human side of us, because on planet Earth is very, very important to understand and remember that this is the planet of duality, and from duality you have to go to singularity. So you have to act accordingly. There is no good and bad. There is only real and unreal, real and fake. So you got to be the most real, most authentic version of you. That's why they say be the most authentic version of you. Now the more the feminine becomes authentic, more and more real, more and more authentic, more and more independent, more and more herself, natural, pure. She doesn't have to be good or bad. That's just whatever her true nature is like. When she brings out her true nature, then he will bring out his true nature, and he will, because he's born like that. The masculine energy is supposed to go to the feminine energy. They're supposed to surrender to her, and she is supposed to surrender to source. When she surrenders to the source, she becomes the team leader, and he becomes the team player. The team leader cannot work without the team player, and the team player needs the team leader. But when we start seeing these roles as superior and inferior, that is when the problem arises. The divine masculine has this theme of domination. He had wanted to dominate her, control her, which he should not do. He should literally surrender, let it go, leave it to God, whatever God wants to do. There's always a very thin line, always a very thin line in something pure and something evil. Always a thin line. And I've noticed a lot of good people who claim to be good people are actually much worse, more evil than even the bad people. Why? Because they're trying to be good. They're trying to be good for the image of being good. They're not really good. He's saying that the dark energies have tried to divide us. They've tried to divide us because they maybe are more happy in our pain. It's very strange to actually hear this line from him because he never used to believe in these things like something could be out there to separate us, or there are dark energies, or there is negative energy and there is positive energy and there is God and this and that. He was more like floating with everything. But because of the separation he's gone through with her, he's grown up, he's matured. He had to think. Why he had to think is because she gave him that space and time to think. He got to compare, he got to think, he got to learn, he got to realize. Now, obviously, she is not going to accept him just like that. He knows that by now. He knows that if he wants her back, then he really has to do something which will make her believe, trust. But to do that, he needs to first accept it in his own heart and mind that I need to let go of my ego. I need to straighten up and I need to show her that I love her. Like, his biggest fear is that if I show a person how much I love that person is not going to love me back, or that person is going to totally reject me because I'm not good the way I am. And he learned this again in his upbringing, that he cannot be loved the way he is naturally created. So he needs, and again, the parents, when they're raising the masculines, they don't realize that they're going to do this to him. They are just trying to make him feel that you're amazing, you're great, so that he loves himself. One or two things all the parents know, when they raise the DMs and the DFs. They all know that my child is a slightly different child. So they don't want him to get hurt. To save him from getting hurt, they pump him a lot. But then that becomes a problem because he then realizes that, I don't even have these qualities. The problem is that he might have other good qualities which they never notice because they are too spiritual in nature or too not important for them, because he comes from a very strong materialistic thinking background which is somehow successful materialistically, and the feminine comes from a background where there's a lot of religion, where there's a lot of spirituality, people are praying a lot. They could be facing poverty because of that, because they've never really understood the balance of material and spiritual. So now he's saying that I love her and I will never run away from her. I will never let anyone else touch her. Now he's not talking like an obsessed lover, he's not talking like a psycho lover, but it's more like he's really like, I don't want her to be with any other man because I'm the right man for her. Earlier he was like, yeah, she can find anyone, so even if I go away, it's alright. And it would be fine if I go away. I mean, she doesn't really love me. She's just wanting to use me or whatever. So his notion has changed a lot over the period of time that has passed by. More so because he's been seeing her. And here, as I was talking about, people did not have much content from each other in earlier times and they would fall in love. Now there's social media and people are living different lives on every platform. Like YouTube is a different platform. Instagram is for different things. Facebook is for different things. There is Quora for different things. There's Wikipedia for different information. There's so much happening, There is a world out there, and that's why we share content, and more authentic content we share, the more we connect with people. And some people even connect with people just like that. They don't even have authentic content. But I'm talking about realistic people sharing realistic content. Otherwise, there's a lot of commercial content. So whatever type of content is there, there is some information about your lover, at least. there is always a way that he can find out about you. Because we live in that type of a world, we share information. But if she shares information thinking that he would see it, then he is never gonna see it. Trust me. When she leaves all that behind and she actually has to leave him fully. She has to detach from him fully. Once she does the complete detachment, then he is then able to look for her. He then wants to be with her more and more. That's how it is, guys. This is what the twin flame union is all about. Shiva and Parvati had to go through this. Ram and Sita went through this. Radha and Krishna went through this. Then who are we? We are also humans. We are in the human form at least. They were godly beings. They had remembrance of their lives, barring Ram and Sita, obviously, because Ram and Sita were born in a manner that they would not have any memory of their divine being or divine self. But when Sita gets ascended in the forest, when she's on the second term of exile, she gets ascended before Ram. And then she finds out how divine she is and she's no longer attached to him. And then she even leaves him and goes back to her mother. And he's on planet Earth. And then that's when he ascends, after she leaves him and moves on. So the divine feminine's detachment is very important for the divine masculine's awakening. That's how it is. And slowly and gradually also people awaken, like your one part awakens, and other part awakens, and that awakens. That's why we do this chakra therapy also, wherein one by one we research about all the chakras personal to you. It's not like everyone has the same situation going. He's also saying that I like the way she is. She's so stubborn. Yes, we have driven each other mad. We have driven each other crazy. We have been in so much pain. We have suffered so much. But then now he realizes, like earlier, little bit of fight, little bit of anger, little bit of debate, argument, he would totally lose it. He would think that it's over. Now she's going to leave me because I have difference of opinion and I said this and I said that. So before she leaves me, let me leave her. But now he realizes that there is no love can be complete without pain or suffering or intensity. Earlier, he was having problem with intensity. But now, he wants this intensity. He loves this intensity. He feels like I've never loved anyone with this type of intensity. I've never missed someone with this type of intensity. I've never wanted to become a better human being, a better lover, a better person for anyone. It's only for her. She is the one who makes me want to do all of this. So I want this intensity now. I need this intensity. And it's also because even though she's not done anything for him so far, during the separation phase, before the separation day, she did a lot. She did a lot for him. And he knows that she was possessive. He knows that she was unhappy with the things he did. He knows it now. He knows it even better. At that time, he wasn't so mature. He hadn't awakened. He was the unawakened divine masculine. He had no idea what was going on. In fact, he was very confused. He got scared. He got freaked out. And I'm not saying that you should have sympathy towards him. Oh, poor baby. No. That's why in the separation, you don't have to care about him. Because if you're going to keep thinking about him, then he's never going to think about you. It's as simple as that. And he is saying that she is the type of a woman, she would love me the same way whether I'm a broke guy or I'm a billionaire. She is that type of a woman. She's the only woman who can love me whether I am broke or whether I'm a billionaire. It's a very big statement to make. And he's like, I'll convince her. No matter what, I'll convince her. Because I don't want to lie to her. I'm nothing without her. I don't want to be like, I'll be dead without her. So, because we are supposed to be together, eventually in the end, it's going to be me and her only. That's it. So, he now realizes that this is, he was very scared of the love they shared between them. He found it to be a bit psychotic at one time because he never really experienced true love. So he was, when she would tell him that I think about you regularly, I miss you, I remember you, he would be like, what the hell is she talking about, man? I was so mean to her. I wasn't nice to her. But she still misses me. What's wrong with her? And now he's thinking about the same thing. That we've got that type of a love. It's a crazy type of a love. It's a different love. You know? And I belong to her and she belongs to me. It's like telling her, I'm yours and you're mine. So it's a very subtle, very fuzzy feeling he has been feeling for her. And I'm gonna pause this channeling here. Actually, the whole channeling is all about this. There are lots of beautiful things he feels for her. He is like, I just realize it. So in this channeling, the energy is that he's realized his love for her, how much he loves her, how much he ran away from her. Why did he run away from her? He should not have. So on that note, I'm going to be ending this channeling. I would see you in another channeling. Till then, one love and peace out.